at the end of the year or beginning of next year, then we mentioned the Galapagos Islands. It's also the best time of the year to be going down to Antarctica.
Delay it. If you've not met my wife, there's no way I could delay it.
But ideally, what we're trying to do is talk to the people and discuss it with them and see exactly what the priorities are to encompass what they want to do, both of them, within the time and budget that they've got available.
I'm easy. I just want to accomplish what I'm told to do. That's the easy bit. Checking it out before you check in on the John Guinn Travel Show on ukhealthradio.com. But we're reaching the conclusion of my conversation with David Gilmore from Mercador Travel. We've talked about the highlights of visiting Central and South America, and now we're going to talk about his travel company, the company he represents, and how they can help people to experience what South and Central America has to offer, and also which other regions that the company covers. So here's David to explain a bit more about the travel company he represents.
Well, Mercador Travel started life about 5 years ago as specialists for Central America under their Central America Revealed brand. And I've been watching the company grow and develop and establish a good reputation over those years. They brought me in to help with their expansion into South America under the South America Revealed brand.
At the beginning you said about LATA as well. Could you just expand on what they do as well, please, the charity
Sure.
bit as well?
The Latin America Travel Association is a consortium of airlines, tourist boards, tour operators, travel publishers, and hotel groups, all dealing with Latin America. It's now got about 200 members. The organization was founded in 1991 to promote Latin America on the basis that we can do more by working together than any one company can do on their own. LATA also funds some important quality control and health and safety work to check hotels and transport providers are up to scratch and to generally improve standards. While on the subject, can I just mention the LATA Foundation?
Mm-hmm.
This is a charity set up by the travel industry to support social projects throughout the region. Again, on that same basis that we can do more by working together than any one company can do on their own. So we're working together to support a ballet school in one of the favelas of Rio. We've got a reforestation project in Peru. You can normally plant 10,000 trees in a day. In November, we helped to fund a planting of 50,000 trees in a single day. It's part of a campaign to plant 1 million trees by 2020. So far, the LATA Foundation has supported 50 projects in 17 countries in Central and South America.
I'm trying to picture 10,000 trees. That's an awful lot of trees. And 50,000 is just blowing my mind. I can't cope with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's extraordinary. It takes 250 people 5 hours to plant 10,000 trees, which, if you do the maths, is about 1 every 6 minutes. The men do the digging, the women do the planting, the children carry the saplings and clear up any rubbish as well. So it's a whole family affair.
It took me 2 months to do a border in my garden. I couldn't cope with that speed. I was going to ask if you're just web-based, but you've just said that you like to talk to the passengers about what they want to see and do. So how do we get hold of you?
Well, the web is a sort of a portal for contacting us. It's a shop window, if you like. Mm-hmm. We're always keen to talk to potential passengers to discuss their needs and requirements and to see how best we can help. So if you go onto the websites, which is all the W's, South America Revealed or Central America Revealed, there's also a Mercador Travel, all ending .co.uk. Then you can contact us via the website. There's email, or give us a call.
Okay. I've got another tough question for you as we're getting close to the end. You've just been given a month off. What would you do?
Well, I have been lucky enough to go backwards and forwards to Latin America for about the last 29 years. So, and I'm dealing with it all year round. So probably the last place I'm going to go to with a month off will be South America. Mm-hmm. I think Zanzibar and Tanzania are particularly appealing to me. I'd also quite like to go to Burma, Cambodia or Thailand. My next trip is coming up in a couple of weeks' time, we're off to Lake Como in Italy and travelling by train down to Cinque Terre and on to Pisa and Florence. But that's only a simple 10-day itinerary.
It's not simple. It's a holiday. They're never simple.
Holidays are extremely important,
Yes.
and they're always worth thinking about and putting a lot of care and attention into them. And it's an investment in your well-being, essentially. I must just add that under our parent company, through Mercador Travel, we can also book trips to anywhere else in the world. I mentioned some of those places like Burma and Cambodia and Thailand, also Ethiopia, Sri Lanka, a week in Santorini, in the Greek islands, you name it, we'll do it.
Okay. And as we're finishing, can you just remind us about the web addresses again, please?
Yes, of course. www.centralamericarevealed.co.uk, all the W's at southamericarevealed.co.uk, and mercatortravel.co.uk.
Okay, thanks, David. Thank you for your time.
John, thanks very much indeed.
You can keep up to date with travel news and leave me a message at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. Have you ever dreamed about being a pilot? Well, if you have, there could be opportunity for you now with easyJet. easyJet has announced that they'll be launching a recruitment campaign called For the Love of Flying, and they want to attract up to 450 new pilots at the beginning of June. This will be the largest recruitment drive in the airline's history, an increase on the record of 426 recruited last year. Opportunities range from cadet pilots starting their career to experienced co-pilots and captains from other airlines and the military. All will receive access to high-quality training and a range of career development opportunities. easyJet currently employs over 3,000 pilots who fly more than 265 Airbus aircraft over 870 routes in 31 countries. And new recruits will join the airline at an exciting time of continued growth. In the coming year, easyJet is creating new pilot positions at all of its bases, and in the UK these are at Gatwick, Luton, Stansted, Southend, Bristol, Newcastle, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Belfast, Manchester and Liverpool. Around 300 of the roles will be for cadet pilots, and there will be a particular focus on recruiting more female pilots as part of easyJet's Amy Johnson initiative. easyJet's head of flight operations, Captain Brian Tyrrell, said, "We are really pleased that we'll be opening recruitment for up to 450 new easyJet pilot positions in a couple of weeks' time. At easyJet, we pride ourselves on having a team of the highest talent, and we offer our pilots a clear career path with the opportunity to develop from first officer to captain quicker than at other airlines. This is an exciting time to join easyJet, and we continue to grow and develop to maintain our position as Europe's leading airline, and I look forward to welcoming the successful applicants in the near future." If this is something of interest to you, and with me being 50, I'm not sure I'm eligible, but I might have a look. Go to https://careers.easyjet.com/pilots. And as part of the press release, easyJet have released a little bit of a pilot's career at easyJet. In the initial stages of a new pilot's career, the first step towards joining easyJet will usually be through the airline's training. And they have training partners at CTC Aviation, CAE and FTE Jerez. The pilots will gain experience at the airline's operations and build up their flying hours. Once they've completed at least 12 months, pilots then join easyJet on a permanent employees as second officer rank for a further 12 months. After flying for a further 2 years with easyJet as first officer, pilots will then become a senior first officer. From that stage, the aim is to achieve their command and become captains. With easyJet's continued planned growth, the time taken from first officer to captain is likely to be quicker than at other airlines. Beyond this, there are further opportunities for pilots to develop their career, whether that is into training or a management role. Now, I mentioned the easyJet's Amy Johnson initiative, and this is because only 3% of commercial airline pilots worldwide are female, and only 450 of them achieved the rank of captain, which means every female captain could fit into an A380 aircraft. In the year ending September 2015, women made up 6% of easyJet's new pilot intake and 5% of its total pilot community. The airline currently has 164 female pilots in total, of whom 62 are captains, around 14% of the world's total. In October 2015, easyJet launched its Amy Johnson Flying Initiative, with the aim of doubling the number of female new entrant pilots to 12% over 2 years. The initiative was really successful with over 600 applicants, and so easyJet was able to achieve the 12% target in year one, recruiting 33 female new entrant pilots. These women have either started to fly with easyJet or are signed on courses due to start in the coming weeks. Encouraged by this success, easyJet has now set itself a more stretching target of ensuring that 20% of new entrant cadet pilots recruited by easyJet in 2020 are female. Based on the current recruitment plans, this would mean that easyJet will be recruiting 50 female pilots a year, which would really start to change the face of the industry. easyJet says it's a long-term strategy which is hoped to eventually lead to easyJet recruiting, retraining and developing many more female pilots. And of course, you're always interested in the money, so there's a little table that came with the press release. The rank of the cadet, the pilots will gain experience of the airline's operation and build up their flying hours, and the reward packages is between £40,000 and £50,000. Second officer, there is a proviso to that which I'll mention at the end. Second officer, pilots will become eligible for permanent employment as second officer after 12 months service with easyJet, and again you're looking at £40,000 to £50,000. First officer, pilots will then become first officer once they have 1,251 flying hours and 2 years service with easyJet, and that increases it slightly from 50 to 54 to £58,000 a year. Senior first officer, once you've completed the further 2 years and reached 2,500 hours, they can become a senior first officer, and the salary then is £66,000 to £75,000. And then captain. Pilots will gain further experience, and after a few years will able to achieve their command, and you're looking at £114,000 to £146,000. Now the proviso is the total reward package includes flexible rosters, basic pay, on-target bonus and sector pay, and other allowances plus employment benefits such as pensions. All these ranges are based on pilots working full-time. There will also be part-time at 75% and fixed rosters paid at 90% contracts available. And with the cadet scheme, those with higher flying hours before they join will be at the closer to the higher end of the salary. So if you're thinking about being a pilot, do check out the careers page at easyJet. I will be putting it up at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. And you never know, in a couple of years you could be flying me to my holiday destination. Well, that's it for this week's show. If you have any suggestions for future shows, please contact me at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. And I hope you can join me next time when I really look at the world of travel, and hopefully my voice will be back to normal. Until then, this is John Guinn of the travel show UKHealthRadio.com, where each week I check out before you check in.